Welcome back to another episode of AMDaily Crypto. As always, I'm Crypto Lissa, and I will be addressing a couple things in this video. Something that happened to me on Twitter on Monday, kind of really irritating, but I'm going to talk about it towards the end of this video. It's been a while, it's been a week. I talked to Xander today, and more than likely I will be trying to go live every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time onto YouTube. So if you are watching this now or when this gets uploaded to YouTube, that is my goal, is to stream every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If it happens, I'm going to try to make it happen. Don't know if it's going to happen. Also, Xander will be starting to do Spanish videos, because that is something that is requested in our community as I'm looking over at him, making sure that he is listening to what I am saying. But yeah, he will start doing Spanish. He will be doing Spanish on some of the projects on Ravencoin, but he might be doing Spanish crypto news. Not too sure yet, haven't quite figured it out. But with that being said, guys, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow us on Twitter. We also have Discord. Links are in the description below, as always. And please do your own research before jumping into any cryptocurrency. And let's get started. So a lot has happened over the last 2 weeks, and the first biggest one is, for those of you that don't know, I don't know how you don't know, because it's such big news, Elon Musk bought Twitter. Now, I was reading an article today that said that Elon put the deal on hold because there are fake people or bots, or I don't even know, on Twitter. And I was thinking to myself, well, no shit, there is always been fake people on Twitter. It always happens. You get those bots, then you get scammers, and this, that, and the other. And so I would have thought, with him having over 1 million plus followers, that he would know that there are bots, but apparently not. I don't know. Anyway, the second biggest news, if you are a crypto investor, you probably kind of freaked out over the bloodbath going on. However, we just buy the dip. That's what Xander and I do. And we are loading up on NFTs and crypto for the next bull run. And of course, not financial advice. But yes, we are buying the dip. So let's get started with some crypto news. As you can see right here, everything is provided by Crypto Potato. And this was another big news thing that happened. Terra, or Luna, blockchain is officially halted to prevent governance attack. So pretty much Luna took a huge downturn, 99% or something like that. It was a penny last time I looked at it. I don't even know what it is now. But yeah, so this is the first one that we're going to read. It was updated yesterday. Terra blockchain officially halted to prevent governance attack. Andrew Thoravales. Terra validators have reportedly decided to freeze Terra's blockchain due to Luna's collapsing market price. We all knew this was going to happen. The team argues that at such low cost, a whale buyer could easily commit a governance attack on the network. The chain was officially frozen at block 7,603,700, making native transactions on Terra's blockchain impossible. Terra, or Luna, which has seen a price collapse of over 99% within the past week, also serves as the protocol's governance token. Governance tokens let holders submit and vote upon the governance proposals related to upgrading a blockchain protocol. However, if one gains control over 50% of a governance token supply, he could theoretically alter the protocol in a malicious way. Fortress Protocol was struck by such an attack last week when a hacker effectively, whoa, no, thank you. When a hacker effectively bought its governance for under $20,000. Today, Luna has a circulating supply of roughly 3.45 billion, trading at only a penny. Half of the supply would cost just a few $100 million, shared between a few wealthy collaborators. Terra's collapse is largely due to the destabilization of UST's peg to the dollar, which led to conversions of UST for Luna in mass. The coin's price is now less than it was during its ICO, meaning early investors are now underwater if they held their positions. Amid broader stablecoin panic, even Tether began to lose its peg earlier today, though not to the same degree as UST. Brazil's leading financial broker, XP, to launch a crypto trading platform. Dubai Emirates Airlines set to embrace Bitcoin, NFT, and Metaverse. This is really cool. Let's see. Russian crypto miners considering suing U.S. authorities for imposed sanctions. We knew this was going to happen. Billionaire Bill Miller remains bullish on Bitcoin despite ongoing crash. Dimitar. Legacy American investor Bill Miller revealed he sold some liquid stuff to satisfy margin calls, as Bitcoin might be one of those assets. However, the billionaire remains a keen proponent of the primary cryptocurrency, describing it as an insurance against financial catastrophe. The U.S. investor, fund manager, and philanthropist Bill Miller stands as one of the most popular Bitcoin supporters. He further strengthened his stance during the COVID-19 outbreak and the controversial financial policies that many banking institutions introduced. Back then, he argued that Bitcoin is valuable because it can't be touched by the government. Earlier this year, Miller admitted having invested 50% of his portfolio into BTC. He further disclosed that his first purchase occurred 7 years ago when the asset was trading at around $200. However, he accumulated the most during last summer's crypto crash when Bitcoin stood at 30,000, which we're back at right now. So he's probably going to buy more. In a recent interview for CNBC, the American reiterated his position, stating he does not understand investors who do not diversify their portfolios with the leading cryptocurrency. Moreover, he said he is not concerned by the ongoing market decline, as he has experienced similar turbulence before. Quote, I have been through at least 3 declines of over 80%. I own it as an insurance policy against financial catastrophe. I haven't heard a good argument yet why anybody shouldn't put at least 1% of their liquid net worth into Bitcoin. Asked whether he sold a portion of his BTC stash recently, Miller said the short answer is no. Nonetheless, the investor had to trade some of his liquid stuff to meet margin calls. A margin call occurs when the value of securities in a brokerage account falls below a certain level. At this point, the account holder must either deposit additional funds or sell some of the assets to meet the requirements, keeping in mind that Bitcoin fits the bill of being liquid stuff. It could have acquisitioned for some of the sales. Nearly a year ago, Miller opined that traders should see the digital asset as a tempting investment option when its USD valuation plunges. If I liked something at higher prices, it is safe to bet I like it even more at lower prices. His comment came at a time when BTC crashed to approximately $30,000. Currently, the cryptocurrency trades at almost the same price, making his opinion quite relevant to the real-time situation. Dow Kwon proposes revival plan for Terra ecosystem, and this is written by Andrew Thorabalos, and this was written today. Terra co-founder Do Kwon has unveiled a revival plan for the Terra community, which will involve abandoning the UST stablecoin entirely. Instead, he suggests that validators reset network ownership under a new token by forking the chain. Just what? Why are we going to fork the chain again? Oh my gosh. And distributing it to fairly compensate all damaged parties. In a forum post on Friday, Kwon argued that Terra has been diluted to such a degree that its joint ecosystem with Terra USD can no longer be rebuilt, even if UST's peg somehow recovers. UST was the former third largest stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. While Luna was a governance token that provided support for UST's peg, each coin has collapsed by 84% and 99% this week, respectively. The co-founder claims the collapse has so thoroughly destroyed trust in UST that it can no longer serve as the decentralized money they hoped for. While UST has been the central narrative of Terra's growth story over the last year, the Terra ecosystem and its community is what is worth preserving, wrote Kwon. Therefore, the creator proposes forking the chain and resetting the network ownership to just 1 billion tokens, down from over 6 trillion Luna tokens currently in circulation. Specifically, 400 million of the Terra Forks tokens will be distributed among prior Luna holders at the time that UST had first depegged this month. This will not include Terraform Labs. However, as Kwon intends for the new chain to be community owned, another 400 million tokens will be shared with UST holders at the time of the upgrade to make them whole for holding Terra's debt. The next 100 million will go to Luna's last holders before the Terra chain was halted, with the final 10% dedicated to the community pool. Kwon maintains that the Terra ecosystem will find another way to implement decentralized money to replace UST in the future. Quote, I hope the community can achieve speedy consensus on how to revive the Terra ecosystem, he concluded. I'll always be here. The plans outlined pose a stark reversal from Kwon's original UST recovery plan, which involved increasing UST's burn rate. Wow. Crypto.com reverses Luna trades from May 12th. FTX Sam Bankman freed by 7.6% stake in Robinhood. Elon Musk explains why his Twitter acquisition is on hold. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Jordan Lionchev. Elon Musk informed that his acquisition of Twitter has been delayed because of issues related to fake accounts and scams on the popular social media platform. Okay, I'm just going to highlight this again. Fake accounts and scams on the popular social media platform. They've always been there. They were there before he bought it. He knew that going in, unless he's like out of his mind. I don't even know. Just no comment on that. The CEO of Tesla and SpaceX made the news in April when it became known that he had purchased a 9.2% passive stake in Twitter. Shortly after, he dabbled with the idea of becoming a board member before refuting it. However, he decided to go a step further and offered to buy the entire company and make it private. His buyout offer, worth approximately $44 billion, was accepted in late April. Since then, though, it has been relatively quiet on that front, with just a few reports suggesting that he could become a temporary CEO after the takeover, and that many companies, including Binance, backed his deal. Even before he purchased a stake in the firm, Musk has always been vocal about the number of scams transpiring on Twitter, as well as the worrying percentage of fake profiles. Right there, like, no duh. His name has been used in numerous impersonation frauds in the past, some even including Bitcoin. As such, he promised to work towards cleansing the social media platform from these bad actors, citing a Rutgers report informing that spam and fake accounts are less than 5% of the total Twitter users. Musk updated on May 13th that the deal has been put temporarily on hold pending details supporting this claim, and here is a tweet for that. Interestingly, Peter Schiff, one of the most vocal BTC critics, was quick to comment on Musk's post, suggesting that the billionaire never actually intended to buy Twitter. Instead, Schiff believes he pushed the Twitter stock higher to make a quick profit. I don't know about that. I just find it interesting. Binance suspends Spot Luna UST trading as CC outlines disappointment with Terra's actions. And of course, we're like, just this is all Terra, and Luna, and all that fun stuff. So that's just like the most recent news that is going on. So that's all the news that we are going to talk about today. However, there is one last thing I wanted to talk to, because I'm going to wrap this video up right at 20 minutes. So Monday morning, somebody in the Ravencoin community blasted about how I was a scammer because I had multiple accounts and that I shouldn't be trusted. And so I was like, what are you even talking about? So Sunday night, I had made another profile under a pen name because I am writing stories that help my depression, and some of them are not the best. They have adult content, they have sexual content, so I was doing it under a pen name because I wanted people to like it and read it based off of that, and not based off of who I am, because I am rather known in the Ravencoin community. So he essentially called me out saying that I was a scammer. Of course, I'm not. Obviously, I'm completely doxxed off of on Twitter. I'm completely doxxed on my quote job, which I am the Chief Marketing Officer for Just NFTs. I've also ran my dad's Twitter account because he is 64 years old, and he doesn't do social media well. But I haven't done that because he hasn't been doing NFTs, so that goes by the wayside. Obviously, I do this, which is AMDaily Crypto. Again, you guys know who I am because I am seen. So yeah, he essentially made a big stink because he is upset about whatever reason. And unfortunately, whether he wants to realize it or not, there are several others in the Ravencoin community who have 2 or 3 profiles. So with that being said, I am not a scammer, and I hope you guys can see through this dude's bullshit. Sorry for cussing, but it's bullshit. And thank you for watching this, supporting me, as always, supporting Xander and I. And we are always forthcoming with information. So with that being said, I hope you like this video. We're going to try to get streaming every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We would love for you to join us. And Xander will be doing Spanish videos, hopefully, if I can get him to do it. And like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. We have Discord. All links to those will be in the description below. And have a good night.